Time traveling. Okay, so just got back from the gym. The reaction videos are doing really well. Um, Seeing a lot of growth, seeing a lot of new subscribers, a lot of people that don't know who I am, which was the goal. I wanted to get outside of the bubble, and that seems to be happening. So, seeing a lot of new people is very cool. A lot of people are finding the band too, which is really nice. All right, well, that's going. Let's talk about something I've been thinking about for a while now. I'm not interested in like doing things with people. I would much rather be working. I've been like that since I can remember. I want to be locked away in my studio, in my room, whatever, writing songs, working on videos, doing the podcast, like just being creative and working on things that are going to set up my life for later. I've been doing everything I can to not have to get a job again. I haven't worked in about 10 years now. It's been 10 years since I left my restaurant job. I was waiting tables, bartending. It was a great place to work. It's called the Olive Tree in Aberdeen, Maryland. It's on exit 85 off of 95. The best restaurant in the area, especially for crab cakes and Italian food. Quiet down over there. Coffee's done. And I've always, even back then, this was like MySpace days and early Facebook days, like I'd get in trouble for being in the walk-in freezer on my phone, using this shitty MySpace app to connect and message people back. I would get in trouble all day long doing this, to the point where they started taking our phones away when we came to work. It was crazy. And then when I was home, I would spend 8, 10, 12 hours on MySpace, just messaging people back, adding new people, finding other bands to play with, other bands to trade shows with. That's just been my life, And now I've got a family, I've got a wife, I have 2 kids, and we have this house, and that's just life happening. And I accepted it a long time ago that these things are going to have to be the priority. But it's interesting. It's like priority is family, right? Family first. So is the music and the creative side, the art. Like that also has to be first, right? Like, can they share the same space? How do we make this work? How do we balance it to where I'm giving enough attention to the family and playing with my kids and talking to my kids and communicating with my wife, but also having enough time to create the very thing that enables us to have a life, where I don't have to go to work. So it's always been a struggle, and my kids have just grown up with it, and my wife is just used to it, and we find time for each other, which is great. When it comes to like doing things with friends, like I like my friends. We still do things, but I tend to say no to a lot of things because I'm working on something, or I don't go out. Like we don't go out. Like I rarely take my wife on dates. She'll tell you about it. I swear to God, I'm working on that. I'm going to try to be better at doing date night because I know they're important. To go out and be drinking on the weekends or like going to bars and stuff, it's not like I feel like I'm above it or I'm any better than anybody else. It's not like that. It's just like I would just rather be spending my time working on the art and the craft, I do find that when I'm around people that are in the same thing, that are like songwriters or, creatives, it's like we build each other up, like we'll kind of push each other. And being in a room with 2 other songwriters in Nashville was super energizing because we were just pushing each other to write the best song that we could. We ended up writing 2 great songs that day in those 2 days. So it's like I found myself wanting to be around creative people if I want to be around people at all. I probably seem like a hermit, I probably seem like a recluse. I think we need to be reclusive as artists. Obviously, there's inspiration everywhere, and people get their inspiration from different places outside, in particular. I've certainly got my fair share of inspiration from sitting on the beach or looking at the moon, stopping on the side of the road in Colorado to pee in the middle of the night on the road when we're touring. We're in like the middle of a mountain pass, and you look up and the sky is super clear and it's gorgeous, and you're seeing things that you never see in the sky when you're at home. The galaxies and the gas clouds and things that you can see, it's just amazing. So yeah, there's inspiration everywhere, but I tend to just love being home. I hate having to run errands. I hate having to do anything outside of my house. There we go. Come to Papa, baby. And I realized that sometimes I need to get over that, and just, go do something, hang out with some friends, maintain the connection, maintain the relationships, and just try to have fun. But like, I just find myself, for the most part, uninterested in doing anything but working. And you might think that that's unhealthy or something, but I just see it as like, this is what I do. This is why I have the life that I have. We're not rich or anything, but I'm able to provide for a family because of the things that I'm doing, down in my basement every day. I started this channel in 2019 as another way to express myself, but also I know that you can make good money on YouTube. And it's like, well, shit, if I'm just doing this stuff, I might as well do it in front of a camera and put it out there. And I worked to get monetized over that year in 2019, and right before 2020 hit, I was monetized. And now everything I put up, every video I put up, it is making money, in some form. And while I'm sleeping, I'm making money, and that's just, what a time to be alive. I'm pretty sure this hermit crab is dead. He has not moved in like over a week, and I've tried to put him in his pool. Just gonna wait that out a little bit longer to see if make sure he's not actually dead, or maybe he's just in a deep sleep. So yeah, if you're like me and you're just, wondering if you're not spending enough time, being social or anything like that, don't worry about that. Just stay the course. I know that I wouldn't be as good as I am at the things that I'm doing if I had spent all my weekends going to bars and, bullshitting. I don't find it interesting anymore. I did when I was younger. It may be a thing that comes with age as well, but I don't even read fictional books. Like, I read books about, how to grow and how to do business and how to get better at music and, how to be a better person and things like that. Like, I'm always trying to just grow and educate myself, and that's just the way I like to do it. So, and I do make time for those social occasions. It's not like it never happens, but for the most part, I just love living down here and just creating. So, speaking of creating, I got to go create some more stuff right now. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're about to hit 5,000 here probably next week. So thank you guys so much for watching and always, supporting. We're going to get there. It's going to be awesome. All right, back to it.